Wait. Alrighty, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Beyond Borders, empowering lives through online business. I'm Rose, your host tonight, live from Alberta, Canada, and I'm originally from Cebu, Philippines. I'm a mom of three, formerly working as manufacturing process engineer, and now a full-time housewife while running this digital business for 6 years now. And we are streaming live in Facebook and in YouTube at this moment. So if it's your first time to watch us live, so feel free to comment wherever you are tuning in right now. We'd love to know who we are connecting to and who's watching with us right now. And yes, so this space is for real conversations with everyday business owners who choose to build income and flexibility online. So, without being limited by location, background, or traditional work setups. So, if you are looking for something like that kind of opportunity, you are in the right spot. So tonight isn't about hype or quick wins. It's about real journeys, real challenges, and what's actually possible when you're open to learning and building step by step. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to introduce our guest tonight, someone who's living this journey in real time. She is our actually the thought guy. We thought the one that got away, but we are so blessed that we are still in the same community. She is a mom of three, originally from Sierra Leone, now living in Calgary, Canada. She came here after the Civil War in search for a better life. Like many in the diaspora, only to learn that hard work alone doesn't always guarantee stability. Like myself, I can relate to her. After being laid off 3 times, she realized a job isn't a promise. And that pushed her to seek opportunities for growth, purpose, and flexibility. And so today, she is a full time digital business owner, helping people, especially women and professionals, build income online through simple systems and automation so they can live life on their own terms and create a more meaningful future. And so, without further ado, let's all welcome BALKISU Season! Hello, BALKISU! Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for accepting my invite.
It's a pleasure. It's a honor, though. Thank you so much for inviting me as well. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And I've been thinking of inviting you last year, since last year, and then some kind of health issues on my end that I have to pause this live interviews. And so when I thought this year of starting it again, you're on my number one list. I need Balkisu to be here. So I'm so happy that you said yes. And
Yes, to anything that is progress, why not?
right. And so now let's get it rolling. So today, tonight it's just really about Palkiso and her journey. And so first on the question here is, before this business, What did your work and life look like? What made you open to an online opportunity?
Yeah, I think you did that a little bit on the introduction. For
Yeah.
those who do not know, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I am a trained social worker, and I am a digital business owner. And it's a pleasure, definitely, to be here. So, before starting the digital business, I actually did have a strong career, right? I trained individuals in a financial company, I have my social work as well. And when I got laid off from my job, just as you stated before, when
Mm,
I got laid off from my job, not just once, but three times, it was a wake up call for me. As an immigrant being here, knowing that I came here for a better life, and knowing that now I have a job, but yet being laid off three times, it just brought me to the realization that job alone is not what's going to be sustainable for me. I had to do something different. I had to look for an opportunity that I can say, I own this. I am building something. And at the end of the day, it's not just for myself that I was building for. I was building something to leave a legacy for my kids and build wealth, generations yet unborn. So that's why I'm here. That's why I looked for something that could change the trajectory of my life and that I do not have to depend on a paycheck in order to live my life, the life on my own terms.
and that's really the reality here, right? Like in Canada, like even if how many years we've been here or how many years we spend that time in that company that we're working, we are just numbers at the end of the day, right? So even if you're holding a management position right there, whatever position, we are just numbers.
You are?
Yeah.
You are?
And so here on the second question for you is yeah, for a second, what doubts or fears did you have in the beginning and what helped you move this forward despite them, especially that we're doing this online?
Mhm. Oh boy, you tell me so. The honest fact is, stepping into anything that is new is always uncomfortable and it's always scary, right? So
Yeah.
some of the questions that I was asking myself is, I wonder what will I understand? I understand technology in terms of what I do because I'm a trainer. I train people.
Yeah.
But technology when it comes to social media, because I was never one for social media. Not at all. Now I'm amazed that I'm here. But those are the questions I was asking myself. Something also that
Mhm.
I asked myself was, can I really do this? And my fear, the other fear was, what if I fail?
Mhm.
But I think that's many of the things that's many of some of the questions that hold most of us back
Yeah.
in not wanting to try, in not wanting to do anything outside of our comfort zone. But for me, realizing that what I wanted for my life, being stuck in the same position over and over again, not knowing if I have another job, what's going to happen to the next job, that scared me much more than getting out of my comfort zone and trying something new. Because I knew I wanted more, because I believe that I was meant for more. And I believe that that's some of the things that are limiting most people because they're in the comfort zone. They have a job that is paying maybe fifties to 100,000 or more. And they feel, okay, I have this job. But what if something happens? What if your savings that you had is not enough? What if? So realizing that, you know what, I have to own on to something. I have to believe in myself enough to know that, you know what, if A and B can do this, I can also. I just need to stop myself from limiting myself, me being a barrier to my success and step out of my comfort zone. And that's what I did.
Yes, that's true. And yeah, even myself too, I can relate to that one when I saw the opportunity. And I'm so introvert. And then like going online, although I do keep posting because like my family is in the Philippines. So for them to get update of what's going on, then I'll do my post. But it's just limited to actually doing pictures like that. But this business I said, no, I need to do go beyond. I know I can do something. I can do something. If they can do it, so can I. I would say.
Exactly. You know, I have this saying here. I said I like to write quotes, and I
Yeah,
have this thing. I said we are sometimes our own obstacles to success.
that's true. Very
We
true.
are, because we see opportunities and we're like, is this for me or is not for me? But I believe, like, if we open up our eyes and we're willing to look beyond what we normally see, the norm, what people are expecting from us,
Yeah.
we can surprise ourselves of what we're capable of doing.
And sometimes the fear is just really because we are just overthinking stuff, right? We are just complicating stuff which is not actually complicated at
Yeah,
all, right?
exactly.
And so now for question number three here is, how would you explain this online business in simple terms to someone who's hearing about it for the first time?
Yeah, it's, and I like what just buttressing or just
Mhm.
piggybacking on what you're saying. Sometimes
Yeah.
we are over analyzing it
Mm-mm.
because it's simple. It's just a business, you can operate it anywhere, right? Because it's
Mm.
digital. So we're able to connect with people, like for yourself and I were connecting after how many years?
Mm. Yes.
We're connecting virtually while we haven't met in person for such a long time. So it
Yeah.
is something that it brings value to you for people who are looking for an extra income, for people who just don't know where to start, for people who just feel like, you know what, I want to start something, but I just don't know how. But I don't want to spend that extra time worrying I'm like getting a second or a third job in order to supplement my income. This is for you because we have about 40, if I'm right, if I'm not wrong, about 47 branches in 26 countries. So
Yeah.
it is a global company, irrespective of where you are at, you can do this. Right now, you're watching us.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? You're using social media.
Yeah.
And if you're watching us and still you say, I'm scared of using social media, you can still use this platform in order to earn because we have a proven system that does the heavy lifting for us. And knowing that there is that I don't have to chase people,
Yes.
that was one of my fears, right? One of my fears was that do I have to start chasing people? Do I have to start recruiting people? But yeah, it changed my perspective of what the online space is. Sometimes it can be scary, understandably so. But look at what is possible. It's not like a traditional business where you have to go open up a brick and mortar business. You have to be there 24/7. You have to make sure that all your items are in stock. You have to be there and you have to open up your door in order to sell. You don't have to do this and all the overheads. This is online because we have partnered with a business with a proven system that does the heavy lifting for us. It's all left to you to show up. Show up. And that's what
Yes.
we do. That's what I do.
Yep. And then, yeah, speaking of from where we met before, too, right? That we are just so limited. Yeah, Balkisu and I met long before in the insurance industry, in the financial industry. And then from comparing that to this one in terms of growth, we are, because this is online, so the reach is really global compared to something that's just limited to where we are located, right? So that's why the potential is really, I would say, sky is the limit because it's global
It
and
is.
it's yeah
You know what I
and
say?
yeah.
I don't even say the sky is the limit anymore.
Yeah,
I say
what
the
I say, the
sky is
universe.
I know I say the sky is the runway. That's where you
Ah,
start.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good one. The sky is the roadway.
So
Amazing,
it's all.
amazing. Yeah. And now here that you've been here in this business for about 4 years now,
Mhm.
how has building this business changed how you manage your time and energy day to day compared to before, especially that you're a mom of three?
Mhm. It's interesting though. I'm not going to say it has been perfect, and I want people
Mm,
to
mm,
realize that it hasn't been
mm,
perfect. There are
mm,
challenges in any business that you do. In life in general, there are challenges,
mm,
right? But one thing that I appreciate is that I'm no longer waiting for weekends. I'm no longer waiting for vacation time. These are the times that I have on my own. I'm living life with intention, right? I'm pouring my energy into the things that I'm building for myself and for my family, things that truly matter, things that truly make me happy. Because at the end of the day, I want when I am gone, I know that my family, my loved ones, my kids have been left with something at the end of the day. Because sometimes the fear that we have are the things that are holding us back. There's someone that once said, it's like, let your why be bigger than your excuses. Because what is holding us back are the things that actually can propel us forward. And having that breathing space wherein I can get up today and say, you know what, it's good to let's go here or let's go there. I'm able to, like my son is in boxing, for example. I'm
mm,
able to
yeah,
go to boxing classes or boxing matches. And it gives me that kind of relief to know that, this is only possible because I started a business like this. But as I say, it's not all rosy. But
yeah,
thinking about, I had a focus, I had a goal. If you believe in nothing, you'll go for everything. But I was purpose driven that I know what I want, I know where I want to be, I know what I want to do. So a big mindset shift. Like what I was scared of before of social media, now I know that I can step into that and just let things do the let things work the way they're supposed to work. Because nothing goes in the comfort zone. And I was tired of being comfortable in the uncomfortable because it's like I'm here, I'm doing all this work, I'm working for other people, building other people's business, but I wanted something for me. And having that mindset shift took a whole lot of training, a whole lot of um, soul searching, and knowing that you know what, if I wanted something different, I had to do something different.
yeah. And same as well with yeah, with regards to once we have the job and got laid off, right? What's left? Nothing, right? Because it's just really just the company, and then and if at the end of the day, like for my, I have coworkers before who worked for 25 years in a company, and then just got laid off, and then after that they kind of like, okay, what I will do now, what I'm doing, then what will happen to my family? Nothing can be like a legacy to them, right? And then so that's really, I would say, we're blessed that this business can be really a legacy that we're building it for the future, like for our kids, right?
Absolutely.
And yeah, and so here, what was the first tangible result that showed you this was actually working? Yeah, I like that. I like that. The money. Yeah.
No, truthfully, because one of the reasons why we all decided to do this business is because of
Mm,
money. We all want money.
mm,
Nobody's going to tell me that you're coming in here because you don't want you want money. That was the reason.
yeah.
But irrespective of the fact that earning online was a really good thing,
Mm,
the the personal development that I have received through this business is unmatched. Like I've met lots of people who have helped me develop. I've been able to go with others that I've never met before. Um, I've been able to travel because of conferences that we're having. I've been able to see. No, you know what? When I talk about the money, I'm just thinking about it. I've been able
mm.
to deposit checks in my account because it's tangible. Checks in my account for things that sometimes I remember the first paycheck that I received from
Yeah.
my commission was like, oh, okay, this wasn't much. It was little.
Mm-mm.
And then the next one, I was like, wow, if I can earn this for just one paycheck,
Mm-mm.
and
Yes.
it's more than what I would get for 2 weeks' pay, then this is something. This is something that I needed to invest in. So I know most people say, okay, show me the money, or when am I going to earn? I want to let people know it's not a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
You need to do the work and you need to invest the time. You say time is money.
Yeah.
But if you come with the perspective that, you know what, this is something that I'm going for a long term, then you come with a different mindset.
Yeah.
Income will come along with it. And not just me, I've seen people, and that is my goal. I've seen people who've made way more than I have. Some people have been in the business shorter time than I have, and they've been more
Yeah.
because it is a journey, it's not a destination. But
Yeah.
yeah, people are able to do so much more. And I'm a testament of that. Seeing
Mm-mm.
that chicken in my head.
And the good thing as well is the legitimacy, right? That it's
It
really
is.
legit. Yeah.
It is because we pay our taxes, right? And even though it's not something that you like to do, you want to do, but you do pay your taxes because you get your T forms that you have to file to the government, and then you know that it is legitimate.
Yeah.
And so, what is there? What is stopping me from believing in myself? I cannot limit myself.
Mm.
I cannot limit myself. I think when people know the why, they will find the how. But when you don't know the why you want to do something, then that's where you have all those doubts. That's where you have all the skepticism. That's where you're limiting yourself. That is possible for them. It's not possible for me. You're putting yourself in an imposter syndrome. And that is it's possible. This business is possible for anyone at any time who wants to, as long as you're willing to start.
Yes. And so that relates to the next question I have here. Who do you who do you believe this type of online business is suited for, and who might not be a good fit for, which I know you've already mentioned a bit of it. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
absolutely. Yeah, I did mention a little bit of that. Like if you're looking for overnight success that you come in
Mm,
today and you're getting $1 million tomorrow, this is not for you. If you are thinking that this is a job, it is not for you. I know
mm,
some people will say I'm Ash. It's not like I'm Ash, but it's a reality. So people know what they're getting into. This
yeah.
is a business, and you have to run it as a business. If you're someone who is tired of being tired, you're someone who is tired of doing two, three jobs. You're someone who is missing those milestones with your family, with your kids, their first walk, their graduation, because you could not get a time off from your employer to go for your children's graduation. This is for you. If you're frustrated of working for somebody else and building somebody else's business, and at the end they're laying you off and you have nothing to show for it, work 40 years and you think in 11 years is what you're going to have to enjoy your life. If you are someone who is in that position and you're so frustrated or you want something different, this is for you. And it's time for you to take that chance on yourself. Take a step forward. For those, I'm a person of faith. Some people are praying and they're asking and they're saying, God, give me this, God, give me that. But sometimes when opportunities are laid in front of you, because it's not gift wrapped the way you expect it to be, then you ignore it. But again, biblically, it says faith without works is dead. So, what do
Yeah.
you want for yourself? If you do not take action, faith in itself is a verb. It's an action word. You need to take action. If you've prayed and you've asked, an opportunity is right in front of you. Take a leap of faith and jump in.
I love that. Yeah, because faith without action is just really dead. I would say so. It needs action to be like someone. I know I heard a lot of stories as well that you like saying, "God save me," but so God already sent some people already to save you, but he said no, no, because you're expecting a different thing, but actually it's already presented to you, right, to save you. So yeah, it's just the same kind of that thought too. So And so here, but before I go for the last question, let's see who's on our stream here. I'll just show first. Oh, see who's watching us right now. Ate Leilani Libre. So, hi, Coach, and sis Balkiso. So, she's watching us. And she says, so proud of you both. Yes, we are also proud of you, Ate Leilani. And now, on the last question I have for Balkiso now. I know you already also mentioned a bit of this one, but what honest advice would you give to someone watching who feels limited by location, time, or income but is unsure about starting? I know you mentioned already a bit, but just in case if there's still something there, an honest one.
Yeah,
Get your
absolutely. I always say the starting point does not get to dictate your destination.
mm,
You just need to start somewhere. So it doesn't have to be a perfect time, because sometimes some people are waiting for the perfect moment. So, oh,
mm,
for example, you say, oh, when my kids are out of the house, then I will do this. When I get this, then I will do this. But then something pops up. So you think about it. A decision, not making a decision, is a decision in itself. There doesn't have to be a perfect time. You do not need to wait for New Year's Eve to make a New Year's resolution. You can do that now. So if you're limiting yourself, or you're scared, or you're just thinking, you know what, I don't know if I will do it, I'm just going to wait for when this happens. You don't have to. So I just believe like there are just so many people who are always on the sidelines looking at other people succeeding, and they're saying, I wish it was me. But the truth is, it is you. So you're ready to start. You don't have to wait 2 years from now. You don't have to wait 3 years from now. You can start now. I was looking at the new year, looking at back in January. I said, we're now in February. By the time you think about it, it's in March. And you're saying, I've made a New Year's resolution. Where did that get you? Maybe you've already broken that resolution. The right time is always now. You can start as you go along the way. You say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And what is that first step for you? I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I think that just somebody needs to hear this. What is that first step for you today? Is to get the information that you need. But when you get that information, don't sit on it. Take the action and do something. Register for that free information. Register for that free webinar so that you can get those details that you need so you can make an informed decision. For 5 years from now, you'll thank your stars and say, you know what? It was roses beyond borders that I watched that made me make this decision. So do it. Do it afraid, but do something.
yes. And so, for everyone who's watching right now, you can have Balkisu. You can contact Balkisu on her website at www.balkisusci.com. And I have also my website here. And what's your page name, Balkisu? So
Oh,
people would know where to reach you.
the same name,
Thi-
Balkis.
this this same. So yeah, feel free to reach out to Balkisu if you want to learn more. As what she said, you have to do it now. Tomorrow would be already December 2026. I would say so. Do it now and start that journey of yours. And but before I will end this one, I have a bonus question for Balkisu.
That's a
How would
serious
you
one.
would you rather question? So choose your favorite number between 1 to 50, just one number, and then let's see what's
13.
the question. 13? Okay, 13. Okay. Would you rather be able to teleport or have the ability to time travel?
Huh, that's a really good one. Teleport or time
Good
travel?
choice.
I would love to time travel because I want to go to different places, different dimensions and different times. Maybe I was dead before and I want to see what I was before reincarnation.
And
No,
see the
I would
journey,
love
right? The
to do
journey.
that. Time travel, like go into the future, go back years before and see what time was then, live that life, and then go into the future, what time is going to be. I would love to do that. Yes.
Uh, One second. Thank you so much, BALKISU, for
Yeah.
guesting tonight and for being part of this conversation. So, well, what I hope for everyone who's watching right now or the replay later is that your takeaway is this, that opportunity today isn't about where you're from or how perfect your timing is. It's about being open to options that work beyond borders or beyond boundaries. If something from tonight resonated with you, feel free to comment info down there or send us a message. No pressure, just really a conversation. And yes, thank you so much for spending time with us. And I'll see you again next week here on Beyond Borders. So thank
Thanks.
you. Have a good